Good morning, YouTube. Today is January 2nd, 2017, and it's about 7:30 in the morning. I'm here again in this beautiful garden in Krati. I'm making progress with the diapers and rags, and it's getting better, less flies. So, the Illuminati, the very confusing topic. I'm gonna be telling you how I see them, who are they in my mind, and what are they not, and the confusing parts about them. First things first, when we talk about Illuminati, I colloquially mean the humans born into the reptilian system, and then those humans who go through the mind control program. Also colloquially and many time in the field, I gonna simply put in the same bunch the reptiles and the human Illuminati as a part of one group, one unified and working perfectly in a harmony group. So, but when I'm speaking about them in this report, I'm referring to the born-in humans and especially born-in souls into this system. So they form about 1% of human population, which is a huge number, 1 to 2%, and you have to see them as people who are under direct control of the hierarchy, both demonic hierarchy and artificial intelligence. In that sense, they have three major things which distinguish them from us. First thing is Illuminati are all mind controlled. They all went through very rigid system of mind control called trauma-based mind control, and that was especially happening first 5 years of age. And in that programming, uh, many of those kids, of their kids, simply couldn't make it. They've been failing programming, and they sacrificed them. So every single one of them went through the compartmentalization of mind using different torture methods, including rape and repeatable rape and different, cattle rods, for example. And that was done to split the mind in compartments, which then gonna be programmed for certain tasks, like one of the 160% personalities in Illuminati mind can be programmed for suicide. Another one can be programmed for photographic memory, and every single one has a code which can be reached by the controller or whoever has the, of course, codes from the upper Illuminati hierarchy. Talking about reptilian controllers. Reptilians are those who train them and control them, and humans are those in that system who are controlled. Visually, they look all alike because, of course, reptiles on this planet look like humans, right? They have this cloaking ability, simply changing shape. And this is the very first thing. Another thing to understand with them, that some of these personalities have direct demonic personalities. That means the demon who is in charge of the particular Illuminati family can directly access his consciousness and take over that personality. Okay, so that explains why they are highly not trusted. And even if you like make connection with the front personality, and front personalities are normally nice, uh, they're just gonna switch and they're just gonna sting you. It's no matter of time. So, making friendships with them is just suicidal and poisonous. Although I really liked one, Rune, I really liked him and we've been talking about the whole, not much, but we've been talking about the thing. So this is how they're programmed. And then now two other things, what makes them superior than us, and then why. So they have stronger mental faculties. Their IQ is considerably stronger than a normal human IQ. If we take normal human IQ to be 100, okay, in many cases it's way below. So they have enormous mental power, which is above yours. And one portion of them, in my educated guess, that would be like 20-30% of them, have natural telepathy. Okay, that means they can both read your minds, and they've been really trained by the excuse me, they've been really trained to read your mind, and they have extra energy. They have really more power than you, and What is also enhancing their mind reading ability is the constant consumption of human blood and human organs, because with that they get lots of prana, but they also get lots of hormones, which are then helping them to boost their pineal gland and to boost their hormonic system. You know, there is a reason for the human sacrifice. Human flesh is the most energetically highest thing in blood what exists on this food chain. Okay, and they know it, and that explains why so many people go missing, especially children. So they are stronger than you mentally, but they are stronger than you physically as well. It happened quite a number of times that they would shake my hand and crush my hand. I remember one guy, I was positively that he is one of them because he was doing street theater and talking details about me and so on, posing to be just a local junkie in Banka. I'm not gonna say his name really. Okay, David. Now he has a very cool job, by the way. But at one part of the time when people be hanging out there in that scene, he was there as another meth user. But there was nothing, that guy was above everybody else mentally. And I remember once when he shook my hand for 2 days, I had a pain in his hand. He just crushed it. So they have that as well. And another thing what really makes them very powerful is that they are all interconnected. Absolutely, they are interconnected. They are part of one very well-run network, man, forever. So their origins, according to Terra papers, are when human animal was created for a work by the Syrian gods. They've been the very first humans, and they could trace their genealogy and DNA structure, and then by, excuse me, I just ate chicken and mango got rice. This is our economy. Our average, we eat rice and chicken every day. So yeah, if you can get that joke, economists will. And yeah, where was I with? Now I lost my flow of thoughts. So okay, I might like jump to something else, but connected to that thing. So I was talking about physical faculties, mental faculties, programming, interconnection, and now I just gonna talk about what they are not. They are not what they say they are. If you watch YouTube videos and read books about conspiracy, you will always stumble upon the same chart, same logical structure about them and about the structure which is excellently working in a human mind, and which is this pyramidal structure, which is saying that Illuminati are simply the top, the elite, the 13 royal families, like 13 big families, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPont, Windsor, Habsburg, Sinclair, and so on. And they are not. Okay, these are simply reptilian bloodlines, but they are more than that, because this is important part. They will be spread in all classes of the society and in all groups of the society. And in every group, the system likes to have its tentacle in absolutely every group of people. Okay, they will be spread out everywhere. That means you will be brushing shoulders with them on a daily basis. If you work in corporation, they are there. If there is a big school, check out the principal and check out the right hand and check out the left hand. If there is a big church, who's minister? Okay, this is what you have to notice. They will be definitely in those power structures, that's for sure. But it's not gonna stop there. They're just gonna be scattered in society around you, because system needs to have direct access to everybody, and system needs to control every segment. So if tomorrow, in, let's say for example, that community right there, you see those 3-4 wooden houses and 5 apartments, let's say for example, if that community there 10 years from now on, they're gonna have, for sake of the argument, some number of teenagers grew up on the internet and with some English language knowledge, and they will be able to understand, connect some dots about this world, and they're gonna start investigating. I should you know, in that little neighborhood, there are gonna be some of these guys who just gonna notice the movement, creep in, and take over. Okay, this is how it goes. It's a total control. Oh yeah, I was talking about what are they not when you study the internet. This is because the whole internet movement about the conspiracy, the sorry to say, but David Icke and Alex Jones, they are them. Project Camelot, it's total Illuminati project. Brilliantly done. Okay, you are dealing with the empire, which is running little farms like this one for a very long time, maybe millions of years, maybe even more than that. That empire simply knows how to run this kind of game. And another thing regarding the Bible and regarding the prophecies, can you mentally imagine that you are simply an emperor or a corporation owner, because this is how I see the reptilian empire, like a corporation and a cult which likes to be empire. And then you simply have ability to create timeline of history of a plan for a fresh civilization in hundreds of thousands of years of ahead. Well, you don't need that much. 10,000 years is what you need. You're gonna destroy them in that time span and create another one, similar one. So of course that you know, in every stages of that advancement, you know how you're gonna create religion, how you're gonna make a spin, how you're gonna push them. And if society is not going according to plan, don't worry, you're just gonna brutalize them. You know how to do that. It's working fine for you. But you have a plan, and that plan was written in the Bible. When it came to the apocalypse, and when it came to the part with the microchip and so on, you know, when the Bible was written, artificial intelligence was on this planet, UFOs were on this planet, and intelligent beings been running this planet for a very long time. So maybe it is an ancient history for you, but not for them. For them, it's just a routinely job, and they knew how to execute it. Okay, so I have a feeling that I need to tell you more. Okay, so now when we come to the street theater and Illuminati street theater, which is skillfully done with the knives and sticks, emotionally, how they're pulling this information. So, in my understanding, they are the people who are in that direct contact with the essence of the evil, which is running the show, and they have this contact either done telepathically with that evil hierarchy, or evil hierarchy has the ability of intruding through the ways of us of the artificial intelligence in cases of entities which are not really solved. There got to be some this mechanical approach, and in many cases they will simply gather information from the handhelds. Like if I have my phone on me, and that was happening a lot in the SkyTrain in Bangkok, where it's a big concentration of people, and when you have sensors everywhere, artificial intelligence can easily scan, figure it out. It's me, it's my biofield, and send messages to people around. They just gonna in one moment just take a look at those messages, take a look at me, and and then something, weird energy gonna start, or that's negativity and so on. Oh yeah, when I was talking about the street theater, so they're getting information either telepathically or through these handhelds, or it's in many cases simply premeditated, prearranged game. They can easily predict where you're gonna be at certain time, and just be there and start doing the show. It's not that sophisticated thing. They only need information, and it's very easy to get information about any single one of us. Can you simply imagine this, that your aura, your biofield is one informational field, and all what artificial intelligence needs to do is either read it, that biofield, through the cell towers, through the uh, uh, mobile phone frequency, or through the Morgellons in you, which are little nanorobots which have antennas and they communicate using Wi-Fi radio signals. If you research Morgellons, you will find that. So every time artificial intelligence can get real data on me, it can get my body temperature, it can get my heart rate, my stress level, my hormonal level. It can easily scan my thought pattern, and it can intervene with that. And this is what I wanted to say as well. Telepathic Illuminati, they can intervene, and they can easily own a group of people. They can, in a group of people during the debate, they can say thoughts. I noticed that they are looking in this area of me when they're scanning my thoughts. So this is where they are appearing for them in my aura, and they can with their energy they can influence these thoughts. And in matter of occasions, when I was hanging out in that Banka area during my dark phase, when I was living in Phnom area, and I will notice this that schizophrenic guy Gerd will be by my side, and he's sometimes very aggressive, and they would be on the table next to. I would feel first pulse of their negative energy, and then if I would like really concentrate on what are they doing, I would see like a pulse of white energy to the gate, and gate would immediately go, "You can't be in this country. You can't stay here. Can you hear me?" And he would like immediately go something like this, like like a loudspeaker, and of course that he would not remember after incident what was happening, like or something. I noticed that, so they can easily take control over the minds of schizophrenics and weaker mind people. I've seen this repeatedly with this guy, you know. So that reminded me on one movie, Control Factor, when homeless guy started to talk. And I experienced that with the Get quite a number of times. This is why I stopped watching the movie shortly after that part, because it was like full of those triggers and things which been going on. It was a little bit difficult to watch, but I think it's a great movie. And this is ultimately the power of other humans. They can easily own them. So that's why throughout the history, if you read history, you are simply reading the long list of our human fuck ups and bullshits. They've been always leading us into pits, into just a bloodshed. There is nothing glorious about that. Our history is not glorious. It's sad. It's pathetic. So let me recapitulate. They are the subgroup within the human race. They are stronger mentally to the degree that some of them have natural telepathy. They are stronger physically. They are mind controlled. They are absolutely interconnected, and they are evil and they are dangerous. They can appear very nice. They can have a nice vibe. They can have excellent vibe. They can have uplifting energy. You can like really feel beautiful around them. They know how to do all these things, and I have to say I'm really fascinated about the things they know, about things they do. And I heard from them some compliments about me. I remember once when two guys been talking right by my side in Phnom Penh, two white guys, and one said like, yeah, he's not a problem, and the other one said, yeah, but 1% like him, that would be, oh yeah. I look at them, look at me, I immediately feel this vibe. So how do I feel them? Okay, I normally sense them when they put the focus of their radar on me, and you simply feel like energy presence pushing you. And when I'm explaining this to people, this is like so vague, but the best I can do is try to imagine that you are a bag of rice, and try to imagine that somebody is pulling a hand into you. And this is when an Illuminati person is, or people, few of them are scanning you. Then they're trying simply to see what is inside of you, and they can also penetrate into your database. That's also possible. So what are they doing is they're essentially intruding into your consciousness, and they're intruding into your overall energy. And if you're sensitive, you must sense that. And For you people who are not still there yet, try to sense this. Try to read the frequency of the people in power. Like when you are with somebody who is obviously radiating power, somebody at the top of the game, you gotta feel this feeling of energy of the power around that person. It's not something what he's projecting mentally. It's not anybody's illusion. This is very real thing. If you can sense that feeling of power, which is unique but for another category of reptiles, after that you will be able to scan them and understand them every time when they're around. It's like smelling a rose, seeing a rose, holding a rose in the hand, and learning, okay, this is a rose. My first memories from my grandmother's garden, right? And I still have this memory of this rose bush and thorns and roses in different color, white and red as well. She has beautiful rose garden. So same thing goes with if you really wanna scan, understand the Illuminati, then just continue this exercise and try to scan people around them. You know, if you're really looking for it, you're just gonna sense it if you're sold. Try to see the patterns, right? You know, a life is full of certain patterns. You just try to decode them, and game will be visible to you. I remember when I was talking with one of them, and he was at one occasion he was very open to me. I think Mark from North Australia. He was working as a teacher. I didn't see him in a Banca area for a very long time. He told me something like, I said like, I don't want to die because I don't want to live in illusion next life. I feel like very happy where I'm now, just understanding the game. And he said, well, you know, you can, if you like really watch around, you can really see the patterns. And if I'm ending this very long video now, I'm just gonna end with one last thing, what I heard from Illuminati called Maria from South Africa. I know this sounds strange to you, but you know, if I don't make mistakes, right? I just know who they are. I just see them, scan them, and after a while they just lose a guard and tell me a few things, and that's how it is. So what she told me is, in every community I observe and try to see who's running the show, and in many cases it's somebody at a very low hierarchy, like a gardener, she said, and that stuck in my mind, you know, it really stuck in my mind. And I was thinking, okay, you might ask, why did she tell me that? That's a good point, but they're also friendly, you know, they're also friendly, and I talk to them, I make signs as well, I make hints, and then they just, you know, they're human, really, those who are human. And I just try to understand that what you see as a building with let's say big building for reptilians is just a place where they're doing programming of people and where they're extracting certain number of people for the base underground for their feeding, and also maintain a structure of the system through the financial means and other logistical means. So how they're gonna arrange that building, it's up to them. But person who's in charge of that building can be anywhere in the hierarchy, and it's normally hidden because this is the best place to operate. This is absolutely the best place to operate. If you wanna control something, you're not gonna put yourself at the front position. Front position is bullshit. There is public scrutiny, right? People there are part of the game, but the real actors are always somewhere hidden. And mind that gap, you know, in interhuman relationships and other relationships. You can't really assume that beggar is really 100% beggar, that teacher is 100% only a teacher, that soldier is only a soldier. You just can't assume these things. They can be other things. And as you notice, life turns like that in many cases, that people are not at all what they seem to be. yeah, I could like talk more about psychopathy and psychopaths and reptiles and so on, but this one was about this part of the game. It's been long. It's been almost 25 minutes, and thank you for staying with me, guys. Thanks. If you have any questions, just ask. You know. Thanks for watching.